Humans will pass a clearing on the right. There you may see a rare
White African
from South
lion.
Africa. Then you see them and the White lions are but rather light yellow. They're not albinos, but leucistic, a genetic condition that reduces the pigmentation of their skin.
The lion is the national animal of Singapore. You'll see images of lions everywhere, including a merlion with a lion's head and the body of a fish. A legend tells of Prince Songila Utama, who named this city Singapore, or Lion City, because he saw a lion when he first landed on the island.
There's just one problem with that story. Lions aren't native to Singapore.
True. Maybe the prince saw a strange, unknown animal and assumed it was a lion. What he really saw remains a tantalizing mystery. It amazes me how Night Safari has changed over the years, and how it stayed the same. Seeing animals in a natural rainforest is as exciting an adventure as ever. But today, the journey you're on is part of a larger mission. We cannot protect animals like the ones you're seeing unless we understand that the threats to wildlife also threaten humans.
I've seen Night Safari become an international force for conservation. They conduct research and partner with universities, government bodies, conservation groups, and zoos worldwide to share their data. They're part of coordinated worldwide efforts to breed endangered species. Night Safari raises the public's awareness of issues like habitat loss, environmental pollution, and poaching. This includes their campaign to stop the illegal trade of protected species for traditional medicines and meat. Night Safari upgrades all of their facilities continually to make them more environmentally friendly. Everything from energy-efficient lighting to using the elephant's dung as a fertilizer for growing food.
Night Safari began with a vision of opening a window to nature by allowing people the rare opportunity to enter the world of nocturnal animals in a tropical rainforest. This experience is a reminder that all of us, animals and humans, live in the same world, the world of nature. When we understand that, we will have a better appreciation of the urgent need.
What is
The
this?
Malayan tapir lives in a free-range environment, so you might see one on either side of the road. This Southeast Asian native looks like a pig with an elephant's trunk, but it's a closer relative of rhinos and horses. The tapir's flexible trunk helps it to sniff out shoots and leaves and guides them into its path.
Tapirs are solitary creatures that communicate by whistling. Their black bodies have a white saddle around the midsection. These markings don't just look fashionable. They act as camouflage in the shadows of the rainforest.
Mom, what do you Mom, it is tapir. Here is man tapir.
Look on the right for a pack of red dogs. They're also called Asian wild dogs, and sometimes whistling hunters, because they communicate using whistling sounds when they can't see each other. A dole pack can include up to 20 individuals in a tight-knit group with a strong hierarchy. The entire pack works cooperatively to hunt deer and wild boar.
Next to the dogs lives a sounder or herd of bearded pigs. The bearded pig gets its name from the whiskers growing on the sides of its face and across the bridge of its nose. Both sexes have this beard, including piglets. These are the smallest guinea pigs, with long, tapered noses that they use to root for shoots and worms.
Look, see this. Elephant. Elephant. अरे देख लिया.
Peer through the bushes ahead to your left. In the distance, you may see Asian elephants, an animal revered throughout Asia. Nevertheless, elephants are struggling to survive the wild.
Female elephants and their young live together in a herd led by the largest, oldest female, called the matriarch. The herd in night safari is Sri Nandon, a burnt baby female in May 2016.
Mother, mother. And baby.
When young male elephants reach puberty, the herd drives them away to live the rest of their lives on their own. The solitary bull elephant on the right was born and raised here at the night safari. His name is Sangwira, a term that means warrior in the Malay language. Did you know that the elephant's trunk has more muscles than the human body? It's agile enough to pluck a blade of grass and strong enough to uproot a tree.
Ahead on the right, you'll see Chawang, the mighty symbol of night safari. Chawang was rescued as an orphan near the Chawang River, which inspired his name. His offspring include both Sangwira as well as his newest daughter Neha.
See Samba deer. Oh, देखो Samba deer. Samba deer in front of you. Right in front of you. In front of you. क्या चल रहा है तो
The sambar deer in this free-range habitat may be grazing on either side of the road. These large and peaceful deer can make a surprisingly loud noise when they sense danger. I've seen wild sambar deer in India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and China. They once inhabited huge portions of Asia, but hunting and habitat destruction have reduced the population drastically. The Malayan tigers that once preyed on sambar deer began hunting cow and other livestock. This brought the tigers into closer contact with humans, who naturally took action to protect themselves. This is one of the reasons the Malayan tiger has become critically endangered. This sad story demonstrates an important truth. Losing just one species has consequences that ripple through an entire ecosystem.
Dolphins tigers अलग होते हैं.
Looking to the left in the next clearing, you might see a pack of Indian wolves, or you might simply hear them. The wolf's howl is filled with mystery. Each wolf howls on a different note. Howling seems to reinforce the bond that holds the pack together. It could also be a warning to other wolves, telling them to keep their distance. Legend says that wolves howl at the moon. I can't think of a better explanation. And you?
Asian rhino.
Coming up on the right are two clearings where you may see Indian rhinos. They have a distinctive hide with folds that resemble plates of armor.
They're also called greater Asian rhinos because of their size. An Indian rhinoceros can weigh 5,500 pounds, or 2,500 kilograms, more than an average automobile.
Some people use powdered rhino horn as a traditional medicine to treat fever and headaches. The international trade in rhinoceros horns is illegal. This hasn't stopped poachers. Today, fewer than 2,000 Indian rhinos survive in the wild.
Their only hope lies in reducing the demand. If you know someone who takes powdered rhino, tell them that rhino is the same material as our hair and fingernails. Advise them to opt for alternatives, such as fever-reducing medicines available over the counter.
He looks so ugly now.
Next on the left, you'll see hog deer. They got that name because of their hog-like behavior. For instance, they run with their heads down and duck under obstacles rather than jumping over them.
Rhinos, like the one on the right, can jump surprisingly well. Despite their size, they're agile creatures. Look at the rhino. It looks over 48 kilometers an hour.
We're entering another free-range habitat for Indian sambar deer.
Wait a minute. We saw sambar deer a few minutes ago. Why does Night Safari have two habitats for the same species?
Sambar deer usually form small herds with a single dominant male and his harem of females. Splitting the animals into smaller groups in different areas prevents overcrowding and stress.